Welcome to the Daily Plunge. We are in the book of Psalms, and we're doing Psalm 20. Now, this psalm originally is part of a worship service, probably one that would take place in the spring, to pray for blessing upon the king as they would go out to do battle with their local enemies, right? And it starts off, may the Lord answer you in your distress. May the name of God, Jacob, protect you. Now, one of the things it's saying is that our God we're praying to protect the king because the whole community is caught up with the success of the king. Now, we're not praying for our king to go to battle, right? To go to warfare, but we are praying for our leaders, both our national leaders and praying for our leaders in our church. Perhaps we're praying for the leaders in our home. And we should be praying for them to be blessed by the Lord, to succeed in the works of God so that our whole community, our congregation, or our family can succeed. And that's why I want to encourage you to read Psalm 20. He goes on to talk about how, may the Lord send you help from the sanctuary, from the temple. May he grant you support from Zion. Now, the sanctuary is the footstool, right, for the throne of God. But God is up in heaven, but it is the temple, the sanctuary, it's a conduit for that. And so too, how are we going into the sanctuary of God, into the congregation, the worship space, so that we can be strengthened for the battles that we have to face in our day-to-day lives, especially as we are leaders of other people, right? He goes on, may the Lord remember all your sacrifices and accept your burnt offerings. Now let's talk about this. This is not a quid pro quo. Hey, we really hope you paid off the Lord well, that you gave him a good bribe. That's not what's going on here. It's saying that you're supposed to bring an offering no matter what, because the Lord is the Lord. And he deserves our worship and praise regardless of our circumstances. But may you have given your offering with a worshipful heart, with a heart of praise and honor for God, and not one that was self-seeking or selfish, right? So that's sort of the idea. As it goes on, verse 5, May the Lord give you the desire of your heart and make all your plans succeed. Now, we know that the desires of our hearts are not to be trusted, and we know that our plans are often not very good, right? If you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. But a real leader of the faith should be seeking God's guidance for the things that we're supposed to do and be in accord with that. And that's where we're praying for the Lord's favor. Going on, verse 5, may we shout for joy over your victory. May we lift up our banners in the name of God. Again, may you succeed so the whole community is blessed. And so, are you praying for your pastor? Are you praying for your husband, your wife? Are you praying for your parents? Are we praying for the leaders of our community, the city, the state, our nation? We want them to succeed. He goes up in verse 6. Now, this I know, the Lord gives victory to his anointed, to those he has appointed, to those that he has called forward. He answers his servant from his heavenly sanctuary with victorious power of his right hand. And so when we go forward, are we going out of our own strength, our own ability? Remember, David defeated Goliath in the name and the power of the Lord. He says, some trust in chariots, some in horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord. Ultimately, our success doesn't depend on us. Ultimately, it's going to be what God puts into our hands, and that's where our trust and prayers need to be. Hey, thanks, friends. Have a blessed day.